because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who were blocking?
Ready? 60 out now. Watch right. Tight end right. Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return on this one as that kick's out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And Charles, the Denver Broncos now at 4-8. Their offense coming back onto the field here. And as we mentioned earlier, they got to 4-8 with that win with a last-second field goal. Controversial pass interference call that set it up, but they got the win nonetheless.
They did capitalize and break out the brooms. You know why, don't you?
Oh, yeah, their first season sweep for the Chargers since 2015, albeit in a 4-8 year. But you look back on this season, the 4-game losing streak to start it off, and this team was really never able to recover after that.
Yeah, and then they struggled at the quarterback position because Joe Flacco gets hurt. Brandon Allen comes in for a while. Now they're going with the rookie Drew Lock, their 2nd-round pick, trying to find out if they have that quarterback for the future. And it was really difficult to run the ball because the offensive line was in flux. And now how about how they finish, right? Not an easy road trip, huh? At Houston, at Kansas City, and then they end up at home for their final 2 against the Lions and the Raiders.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it...
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. That's right, baby. Shoot.
1st down, it's Ware. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Ware. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Deep grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside.
That's a break. Mike 57. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Daniels. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few. Yards shy of the first down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And he'll go down at the 28. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Dixon running from the shotgun. Down right around the 25. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Ready, 30 base.
It's a swerve on.
Shoot.
They start the drive with Ware. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Push him back. Push him back.
2nd and 6. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a dump off here complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 2nd and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 2. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. He's been having a great game, and that one right